4 iron.
4 iron?
It's a new me, mate. Come on, it's a new me.
Stats.
I'm trying. This is what you've been teaching me to do. Jesus
Going
Christ.
for
Okay.
stats.
What's up? Welcome back to Skins Golf TV. I'm Spencer Tarring.
And I'm Rob Turvey at Leadbetter Golf Academy here in Bali National Golf Club.
Today I'm going to introduce you to the Grint app, which is my favourite app for scoring my golf and checking out my GPS statistics.
And statistics.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit of an old school person. I take my statistics still on my card and put them into an Excel file. So
Got to get to 2020, mate.
I got to bring myself up to the modern era, I guess. Yeah.
So we're going to show you all about the app. Its GPS functions, it's all its social functions. It's a really great app for meeting with your friends and seeing how they're playing. But let's play a game and take you through it.
All right, let's go.
Me first. Okay, so this is the app.
Okay.
I've already added you in, so you set up an account last night.
Yep.
Right? So I've added you as a friend.
Cool.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a game. So I'm going to just play up here. We're going to edit the round. We're playing off the blue tees today. It's got all of the information, obviously, where we're playing. Bali National, round 18 holes, starting hole 1.
Can you set up different formats and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. So we're going to add you in first. I'll do a little search for Rob Turvey. There we go. Added you in. It hasn't got your handicap yet because you haven't played enough games in there. So I'll just set you as 0.
Okay.
Cheating bastard. And then we set up the games. So down here we can add in the games, and we're going to be playing Stableford today.
The Skins.
You want to play Skins? Oh,
love it.
Of course.
Skins Golf
TV, baby. Okay, so Skins. We do net score, gross score. I think we do net, right? Because we do handicap adjustment.
Can do.
And the mode is pot, because all of the skins go to someone.
Okay, cool.
Right. Okay, and we can check the format. It's either USGA or modified. Now, I don't think that matters too much. We can have a look here. This is to do with how the handicap is adjusted, because you're playing off 0 already.
Yes.
If you were, say, 6 and I was 10, then I think modified would put you down to 0 and me to 4.
That would work off of the...
So it would change from the 4 most difficult holes to the 6th, 7th, and 8th, or 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th holes that I'd get strokes on.
Gotcha.
So it makes a little bit of difference, okay? So that's it, we click next, and we're in, and we're ready to go. So the first hole, I can have a little bit of the GPS here, obviously. I can see the hole is 425 to the centre. We can check that GPS later on, so we can have a look to see whether it's accurate with our Bushnell.
This is a really good picture too. Is this like from Google Maps, or
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can drag that around where I'm aiming.
So how far does it say from here to the end of the bunker there?
Here to the end of the bunker there, to that tree, 250.
250, okay.
Yeah, it's probably out of your range here, mate. No, I'm going to hit 4 iron and I'm going to aim for here because my hit rate on this hole is so low with the driver, and I think it's a bit tight up there. So I'm going to try and hit 230 with my 4 iron and put it in that nice wide space.
That's awesome.
Yeah?
All right.
So we go?
Let's go.
Now I'm going to mark this, so I've got a shot tracker. I can do it after the shot, but I'm going to trace my statistics accurately, and I'm going to do yours just on the simple statistics. So yours is going to be, I'm going to record whether you hit the fairway, left, right, how many shots it takes to get to the green, how many putts, and if you've got any penalties. So at the end we'll see your green in regulation, your fairway in regulation, and your total number of putts, this kind of thing.
Okay, and then yours is on shot tracker, so we'll be able to see what it does automatically.
Yeah, I'll be able to see the distances and how far. It'll be just a bit more accurate on how far left and right I go and my intended targets, this kind of thing.
Okay, that'll be good to see the difference.
All right, so should we tee off?
Yep, let's go.
Yep, go.
Boom, that's how you start a game.
Okay, so I've started a shot tracker. So this is to get the more advanced statistics. I've basically pinpointed where I hit the shot from. I selected the club, and then I drive to the ball and I click stop track, and that will give me the exact distance according to the GPS markers of how far I hit the ball. So let's drive up there. Okay, so according to the app, I shot this 239 yards, which is a pretty big 4 iron, so I'm pretty happy with that. Much safer than hitting my driver because I normally lose it in the trees up there. But that's recorded the stats into my account and on the app, so I can review that later on when we finish the round, and it will give me a detailed analysis of how far I'm hitting each club, this kind of thing. So as you build up your stats over a period of time using the app, you're going to get a very accurate view of what your actual distances are and which clubs you should be using in certain scenarios. Okay, so from here I've got about 192 yards out. We should check that. Can you give me my Bushnell? And we're going to compare it to see how accurate it is. I got 191 yards with the Bushnell, so it's pretty accurate.
What did it say on the screen?
193, 192. So it's 1 yard out.
Well, that pin's on the front, so that'd be about right.
Yeah, I can see on the app here that the pin is not in the right place. So this is basically measuring to the centre of the green.
Yeah, right.
We'll have to check with management whether they update the central servers or where the pin positions are each day or not.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to do my shot tracker, so I'm going to record my position, how far I hit it, and then I can say where I've hit it left or right and record it. So I'm going to do that again.
Cool.
Caught the wind a bit, but it's not a bad shot. I think it's on the green. Looks nice, mate.
Oh,
That's very nice. Look at that. Oh, is it coming?
Come back down.
No. Oh, perfect.
You see that?
Lovely,
Ooh.
lovely shot. Okay, so I did this shot tracker.
Yep.
You can see it's marked me to the right of the green. 193 yards. Stop
So,
track.
12 yards from the centre of the green. That's about right.
Look, you can see, right? So it has put 12 yards. So it's
Yeah.
193 distance, 12 yards from the pin. Done.
That's
Okay?
awesome.
And I can actually track the next shot as well. So the next shot is going to be a putter, right? Click advanced, and I'm going to do a putter. I'm on the green. Intended distance, how far is that?
Ballpark, I'd say.
40 yards.
Yeah.
40 yards, yeah. So I put intended 40 feet, sorry. That's not 40 yards, that's about 40
Yeah,
feet.
40 feet.
Yeah. Next. Okay, so now I'm going to take the putt and I'm going to see.
Gotta go. Come on.
Just a bit short. Oh, all right, I'll give you that. Nice par. Well played, mate.
Thank you.
So you got a par, I got a bogey.
Yep.
Now, the advanced statistics are slightly separate to the scoring, so I've just put the advanced statistics in for my shot statistics, which I can check after the end of the game.
Gotcha.
But in here, I just put your score in. So I got a 5 with a 3 putt, I hit the fairway, I had no hazards. Enter. You got a 4, 2 putt, hit the fairway, no hazards. Enter. And that's how we do it, and we move on to the next one. So obviously, on that one, we shared the skin because I get a stroke on that hole.
Ah.
And you can see the skins. If you turn it sideways, you can see skin pot. So 0, 0, 0.
Oh, okay.
So on to the next hole.
Very cool. Well, we need to add this into our every game then.
We do.
I like this.
Too far left. It was the right height, just went the wrong way, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. It should still be okay.
Okay, so we both went too long there because we didn't get the fade on the shot. And I've had to take a drop from the red zone over here. But we can take this chance to have a look at the Apple Watch because it's got a companion app for the Grint. So you can see here it's giving me my distances. It says 97 yards to the flag, 83 to the front of the green, and 112 yards to the back of the green. And you can see my current score is +1, and we're on hole number 2. So this doesn't give me an accurate view of the whole course, like the picture on the iPhone, but it does give me those distances, which are quite important to me. So I'm going to go ahead and go off this and try and put one on the green. Oh, he's got in the bunker.
Oh. Yeah, wrap up.
Not good. It's going to be a terrible hole for my
Rack up
score.
a few shots on this one.
Yeah. Looks nice. Good length. Oh, lovely, mate. Wow, you're on fire today.
There we go.
Oh, he's missed it. No, way too much. What did you get there? Triple bogey.
You wish, buddy.
Okay, so
no,
I
I
put
ended up
my
with a bogey there, though.
double bogey in there, and I got a bunker and a long drive, so I had to take a drop. Right?
Long drive meaning went long through the fairway.
It went too long through the fairway.
Not long as in like you hitting it 300.
Correct. So you did the same. You did long. You got a drop. You had one putt, but you got the par. So I put that in the score.
I didn't get a par. I got a bogey.
Oh, you actually two putted, yeah. Okay, but you still won the hole. So
yeah,
you got this. Let's check the score. Oh, it's gone the wrong way. Oh, you got 2.
there it is. It knows how to record it. Oh, there
God
it is.
damn it. Okay, next time.
Okay, cool.
It's not over yet, Robert. The battery for our mics ran out, so we're on to the backup audio right now. Sorry for the noise and the wind. But we're on the last hole.
Last hole.
I've got the scores in the app. I don't actually know because I didn't look who's winning.
I think it's pretty close.
It's very close. We'll check afterwards with the bintang.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh. Has he got the birdie? Has he got the bird? Oh! Robbed at the last minute. Robbed at the last. Okay, so I won. 10-8. 10-8
So
skins.
these are the results. I played pretty good today.
You played
too.
good. +3. I had a 6 handicap. I shot +8.
Yeah.
I think it was that birdie on hole 3 that really.
Yeah, and the fact you hit the pin on hole number 5 too.
Was 2 birdies in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that before. Okay, so that's great. So let's have a talk about the app and the stats. I'll just submit this round. I've got the scorecard. It's all finished.
So even though that you're entering the scores, this enters in the app that enters my score into my profile, doesn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
this will now count towards your handicap. Now that is one of the key things I like about having this Grint app is that when I play with my friends, I never have arguments about handicaps anymore because we all keep our scores. Every time we play, the app instantly works out our handicap. When we put the game in, it instantly works out who's got the shots, which holes, etc., etc. So it works really well because I argue so much with my friends about handicaps. So
makes it very streamlined.
Yeah, sometimes that ruins games if people getting pissed off at handicaps. This solves that issue straight away. Yeah, so I really like that. Okay, so we upload that. That goes straight onto your account.
Yep.
And now, once it's loaded, we can then look through the stats. You should see later on your stats.
All the details.
You'll be able to see your details.
Yep.
But I can see a bit more of an overview of my longer term stats and how they've been affected by today's range, right?
Right on.
So let's have a look now. So if I go into my stats, I've got this recording on screen so people can see, for all our viewers, you should be able to see everything on the screen here.
Little image.
So you can see your score there. Shot 74, 35 putts. So your putts were not good today.
Yeah, that's for
Missed
sure.
quite a few putts. But your green in regulation was very high, and you saw that notification there. That's quite a cool feature of this. When you're playing and I'm at home, if I'm following you, I'll get notifications of what you're doing.
Okay.
So if you drive the green and 2-putt for a birdie, I'll get notified on that. It won't tell me every hole, but just like really cool things. And like when you shot a good round, you've like shot a best round or something like this. So I get like that. You got 2 birdies today. Your driving accuracy was 92%. So that meant on the drivable holes, that's not the par 3s, you hit the fairway 92% of the time. I think that's all of them apart from 1 or 2.
Right.
And then it has a thing called Grints. Now, a Grint is basically a par or better, anything better than par. So it's a birdie or a par.
So what is that score? I don't understand that. It says 72 for best Grints.
You got 72% Grints on every hole. So every hole was a par or better. 72% of the holes were par or better.
Okay.
You got green in regulation, 78%. It says best because this is your first time you're putting it in. So of course you haven't got a score to reference that against. Sure. Today, if you look at my score, I got back-to-back birdies. So that was my milestone today, was a back-to-back birdie.
Oh, so it gives you a little shield and a little kind of a reward trophy.
And I got a 70 score. So I got a shield for getting in the 70s and a back-to-back thing. And I can go to my trophy room and I can have a look in here what I've achieved. So when that's loading, this is time for our beer commercial. Make sure you buy Orange Radler. It's the bomb, my favourite drink of all time.
Actually,
makes you feel great, makes you play great golf, and just all round great people that make Vinte. Let's go to the trophy room and I can see all my, right, here we go, it's loaded. So my best score there, it says my record 71, best round is par, best number of putts 25. So you can see all your best achievements. I've never had a hole in one.
Yep.
You obviously have, but you haven't had it in the Grint. So you need to start putting all your data in there, right?
Got it.
I've had 17 eagles, which is I'm quite happy with that.
That's pretty good. So this is really good because what it does, it highlights all of those best achievements that you've done and probably like straight away points out all of your strengths that are a part of your game, right?
Yep.
So I think, you know, for myself, I'm usually that guy that takes the old method of stats. I get my fairways, my greens, my putts, my up and downs and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that we can find those details as well, right?
We can, so let's go into the round.
Straight away, this points out and highlights the things that I'm the strongest at. So without, you know, looking too deeply, we can straight away see our strengths as a player, right?
And look, you can see here my worst score 120 and my worst green in regulation 6%. Now I can change that from all years to 2018, 2009, so I can basically see if I've improved. So if I go to 2020, I can now see that my worst score was 94, so I have kind of obviously improved my golf.
Yeah.
You see my worst, still got a terrible worst green in regulations, but you know, that's not my strong part of my game. So let's go back to and have a look now at the actual stats. This is the feed obviously, so I can see all my friends and what they're doing. So I see down here my friend Gwilym, he played, he shot 83, that's a pretty good round. He got his best round by 11, so he crushed it. So I can send him a little comment saying, mate, amazing. Or I can say, sandbagging bastard, you know, however I'm feeling on the day. Okay, so let's go into the stats and we can see my handicap index 4.7, so gives me a course handicap normally around 6, which is what I played off today. It's got my lowest handicap, a differential average and an anti-handicap. And these are quite interesting stats. These basically say what's the best I can play, what's my normal that I play, and what's the worst that I can play. Like
so your anti-handicap is like
13.7. Yeah, that's what I will get if I have a bad day. I'm going to shoot around a 13 player.
Average.
Yeah, average. Yeah.
Okay.
So it gives you like how big my differences are. Quite big.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Or how big it is quite large. Then I've got all my average rounds, all the scores. You can see I've not been playing very well recently, so my handicap's been going back up. Okay, so you've got all of those, and then basically you can swipe left and right. I can go to my average scoring. So my average score over 18 holes is 83, and that's based off the last 20 rounds. So I can change that down here. So I can adjust this to handicap, last 10 rounds. So I can do all these changes to see how quickly I'm improving. It's got what I expect to get on a par 3, par 4, or par 5.
Out of curiosity, because for my teaching, what I usually do is I go through and I try and do 10-round averages.
Yeah.
Can you take that back to just the last 10 rounds?
Yeah, I just click here. Last 10 rounds, done.
See, if you go through that, then basically what we can do is we can, that's fantastic, it's instant.
Yep.
So basically what can happen then is I can go through and set up a plan, or you could set up even a plan for yourself on training and see how it's directly affecting your score over the short term, long term, and stuff like this.
Exactly what we're doing. Yes. And then it gets even more interesting. We've got the putting, so I've got the average of 32 putts a round. It's got your green in regulation putts, your non-green in regulation putts.
Yeah.
Obviously, you would expect your non-green in regulation putts to be lower.
Yes, of course. That's a very interesting stat.
Yeah. So that's really
because
cool.
Right there, you can actually figure out how good your chipping is as well. Because you can have a look. If you're non-green and regulation putts are quite high, then obviously there's 2 points you got to work on. You got to work on your chipping, and then you got to work on your short range putts, right?
Yep, let's just save that screenshot so it doesn't mess up and do another one. Okay, so then we come on to the next. Hit averages. Now, I average 66% driving accuracy. Today, I can't remember what mine was today. I can have a look and see what mine was today. And it was better. It was lower today. So my best is like 80%. Today it was under 50%. So I didn't do great on the driving today.
Okay.
And you can see by hole distances as well. So how your averages are higher. So my longer par fives are actually better at hitting the fairway, which is quite interesting.
There's a lot of detail in here, isn't it? So you can really break it down and have a look at different parts of your game specifically.
Yep.
I like that. There's a lot of detail in this.
And when you get the more advanced stats, remember I was taking advanced stats?
Yep.
I do your stats, which are the basic simple ones, like whether you hit the green or whether you hit the fairway, how many putts you did, and that records it. But if I'm recording my own, I can do the GPS stats, tells me how far I've hit the ball.
Yep.
And I can do even more advanced stats where I expect the ball to go. So if I expect the ball to go middle of the fairway, or I was aiming to the right, and deviations from that, so I can really record that, and it gives me like the misses. And then my favourite part of this app.
That's actually, to go back onto that, that's actually a fantastic feature, because realistically, you should be having a game plan before you hit the golf course, right? So to be able to see the deviation from your game plan is such a great thing, because then you'll find out the truth about where your weaknesses are in your golf game.
Yeah,
that's a really great.
You can see this driver shot. My median is 287, so I expect to hit the ball 287 each time I play off the ball.
Youch.
My largest is 333. And you can see the distribution there is quite interesting. Now, what I found, it's quite difficult to force yourself to record these stats. You've really got to get into a habit of doing this, because sometimes you forget, like if you hit a bad shot or you don't record this, if you can really try and get these numbers dialed in, it's going to help you a lot, I think.
I think this would be really hard for me, because like I said before, I'm a little bit old school in terms of I like to keep simple stats on my scorecard and then be able to record them afterwards. You know, you can do all of this after the game as well if you're that person?
You could, but not the advanced stats of the GPS positions, because you have to record that with the actual when you're in the phone.
Right.
And then this is my favourite part about this is the career. So we talked about trophy room already.
Yep.
But we've got ranking. This is my favourite part of the app. So I can go in here, I see all my friends, and I can see, you haven't got a handicap yet, so you don't count. You've got to play at least, I think, 5-6 games in the app.
Still put me in second though, so I like that.
It still put you in second, probably because of your score today, right? My friend Adam, who is an ex-pro, he's plus 2.6 at the moment, so he's my best player, but he can do by handicap. So I'm the third best player out of all my friends that I know. Okay. Right? I can go to my score, but I'm the fourth best scorer, which is quite an interesting deviation, and I'm the second best putter, and I'm only the fifth best green in regulation, so my scrambling is pretty good, or not my scrambling is good, I'd say, and my furrowing regulation is the 14th, so I'm so far down, so my scrambling is really good. I'm not necessarily hitting the fairways. But you can look through all this, and this is the funniest one for me, my penalties. I'm the third best player out of like 50 people I know, but I'm the 26th worst when it comes to penalties. So
guys, if you knew how many times he's bought those golf balls from the guy on the side of the fairway, that says it right there.
Yeah, look down here. On average, I get 6 penalties on average every time. Okay, great. So
I think this is such a fantastic app for those people who are diligent with this type of thing, and I think that it's such a great tool for being able to manage your score. But I think definitely for you've been keeping this details for a while, so I think you and me probably need to go through and have a little look at this and start to have a look at your score as well, so then we can find out a pathway forward to try and get you playing a little bit better, because obviously all the information is already here.
I'm a numbers guy, I love to see it.
There we go.
So, great, anyway, you can download the app. I'll put a link in the description down below. They haven't paid me or anything to do this, so don't worry. I do use this app and I do really like it. So check it out. It's called the Grint. And
I think I'm going to give it a go too and start to learn a little bit more about it, because definitely this is something that will help my students.
Yeah, great. Okay, so remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all the fancy things you got to do to help us with this channel. We're really enjoying recording this content for you. And
it's been fantastic. Thank you very much, guys.
Till the next time, Skins Golf TV.
Till next time.